Hello, welcome to Grandpa's World, and I'm Grandpa. Today I'm going to talk about Gary. I was thinking about the many UFO alien stories I've came across in my life so far. Most people ask for their names, places they live, and even their jobs to remain private for me to tell these stories. This reason alone tells me that their stories could be possibly true, and then there's stories that seem a bit off from other stories. Then I hear the story from Gary in 1965. He was only 9 years old. He woke up to see 8 aliens standing around his bed. They were truly odd looking. They had huge black eyes, 2 holes for a nose, and a slit of gold for a mouth, and they were all 5 foot tall or so, and they seemed to sparkle. He was surprised when he realized he was on a table with no legs. He was on a floating table, and he thinks the table was made of glass. The table was floating around the room, and it floated out the window to a nearby UFO. After this, he found himself standing in another room. He was surrounded by aliens, and he watched one reach for a button that lit up the whole room. Gary then was put up into the UFO where he saw a map that was of America. He suddenly found himself in another room. On the wall was his room. He was sleeping in his bed. He saw his father check in on him, briefly wondered if he had died or been reborn, or perhaps having an out-of-body experience or whatever. The aliens then took him to another room where they ran a brain scan on him. Gary saw many abducted animals, some of them from America, some were so strange he was sure they had to have came from a different planet. Gary was returned to his bed. He gave me just one more detail that always made him curious, and he said that when he saw humans wearing NASA logos on their shirts. So is NASA doing experiments on planet Earth? We don't know. In the 1950s, people started seeing aliens and UFOs. Has the military's been conducting experiments on this the whole time? Have they been making UFOs that people have seen? And what about the strange beings that maybe the experiment's just gone wrong, or if they're actually aliens from another planet? I don't know. Anyway, that's it for Grandpa's World. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.